everybody, it's your girl Taylor from Got You Aesthetics, and last night I was 420, blaze it and slay it mode, and I came up with an idea of doing a bloody Valentine's nail set. So we're just gonna go through the whole process of doing all these fun nails today, and then I'm gonna see if my one photographer friend can summon a model friend and possibly get a cute little shoot from it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get that in time for this video to post, but once that happens, if it happens, worst comes worst, I'll just do a photo of myself with somebody. I'll post them on YouTube, so let's get into it. Hey guys, so I thought I would do a bloody Valentine's Day nail set. So I'm starting off with the one nail. I've put hot pink, I've airbrushed white in front of it. I'm using a little bit of brown watercolor nail art and red pigment to kind of make it look like blood splatters. What better time to try out the new clay gel by Nails by Dev than now? So I'm making that heart balloon that I've been seeing all over Instagram recently. I was going to use another shade of intense pink, but I thought white is kind of cute and kind of like purity of love, so it kind of goes with the contrast of the topic. And I was thinking of having some sort of like love, life, or whatever on the balloon, but I think the infinity symbol suits well. I'm now adding some blood splatter on the balloon, and there we have it. One of our first nails for our bloody Valentine's Day set. And this is where my videography skills kind of go a little downhill. For the next hand, I will show kind of the airbrush techniques I used better. But right now, I did a little bit of a French tip. I made a little bit of a knife. I'm going over it with that metallic polish and making it look all realistic and cool. And now I'm taking some orange kind of watercolor ink to make it kind of look like a little bit dried up blood. I am opening my new model gel, and I am going to Google, just listen to how they say it so I can say it confidently. And here I am creating a heart. So there goes that nail, super fast. My hair just kept going in shot the whole time. And now I'm doing a 3D effect that is very popular amongst mermaid nails or seashell nails because blood of the coven is thicker than water of the womb. And this is probably the most sad nail of a flop through this recording session on these 5 fingers. It's gonna go by really fast, but we did some watercolor effect to make kind of a blood kind of look. And then I went over and put "it's not you, it's me," like kind of like blood imprints. But now we're already on to the next nail. So I'm planning to make a mouth with the tongue sticking out and a lollipop with the razor kind of built in. So I'm starting off with the lips. I did a little bit of a black area of where there wouldn't be any tongue showing. I'm now implementing the tongue. I'm trying to make it pop off a little bit more because it looked a little bit flat against the lips, kind of decompressed. And I'm just fine-tuning it, adding a little bit of textures, creating that kind of bit of a tongue slit to make it look realistic. I am now getting my little razor blade all painted up. It looks super cute, and I accidentally kind of cut myself when I was doing the kind of inner design of it, but it's really cute. It turned out. I took a little bit of white model gel, made a little line of it. It's for the stick, and now I'm just encapsulating the little razor in this kind of sheer red gel. I'm giving this boss bitch some nice red lip gloss, and I'm adding a little bit of blood splatter since it's bloody Valentine's Day. I've also put matte top coat on everything else, and now I'm going over with a little bit of a glossy top coat over the blood, over the lips, over the tongue. I'm taking builder gel and I'm making it look like there is some saliva dripping from the lollipop. One hand done, and on to the next. Okay, so for my first set, I didn't do a good job in filming this part, so we're gonna do that now. I'm gonna do this one technique, so it's a French tip, kind of like a faded French tip kind of look. All you have to do is put this down and then you airbrush it. So I'm gonna do that. Sometimes you have to get your finger back on the trigger so you remember kind of how the vibe you do it. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like it's kind of tilted a little bit though. So I'm gonna try again a little bit more on the one side. Kind of a little. It's not working with me today. Got a little bit more on that side. That should be good. Okay, then what all styles did we do? We don't really have to repeat every single one. I'm gonna flip you back over to the other way. So we're gonna do the center one. When airbrushing, just don't hold the nozzle open and spray. You can do that sometimes with doing a half ombre, but you don't want to overflow the pigment and make it watery. And then I'm gonna do, I could do like an ombre like this, coming up from the tip. A lot of liquid, so we'll just wipe that off. Okay, I think it needs more pigment because it shouldn't be doing that. Normally if it's doing that, that means that it's too thin. Which is weird because this stuff that I'm using, it's either works perfect or doesn't, and I've used this color multiple times and it's just a little bit confusing. Because there's so many things you need to consider when airbrushing. The ratios of your mixture. What part of the gun is clogged? There's a lot of things you gotta think about when you're doing it. Don't be afraid to wipe off if it's not looking up to par. It's easy enough to take off with alcohol and easy enough to reapply. Okay, and we're back to this one. I'm gonna do another Frenchie. Perfect, that one's nice and crisp. So I'm gonna go back over to the other one, and I think I'm gonna do that one more time, just so it has the same vibe. I think I went a little lower on that one, and that one's looking more like the old one. Nice. Perfect. Now on to the base coat. Alright, well we're not off to a good start because I totally did not record me decapitating this cute little gummy bear head. But now I'm gonna wipe the gummy bear body. I'm gonna wipe the nails because some stuff got kind of thrown on them. And now we're gonna apply the gummy bear and make some cool red marks, kind of like the other pinky that we did. But we're doing it a little bit different on this hand. So I'm gonna do the head or the body. And then I'm going to do the head kind of toppling over And then I'm gonna have the blood effect, kind of like one of those seashell mermaid effects at the bottom coming up. Kind of like a French tip in that way. Oops. So I'm taking the little bear head. I think that kind of looks cool. Kind of is a little bit awkward, but as it should be. You know, you don't normally see decapitated little gummy bears. And there we go, a cute and creepy little nail. My work area is slowly getting more chaotic. But for the most part, what's on screen is looking pretty good. I'm gonna do some watercolor roses on the background of this nail, and we're gonna have some broken chocolates on top with brown model gel. Watercolor is hands down one of my faves that I can throw into a set. It just applies so beautifully. It gives such a beautiful, elegant look, or it can even be a little bit edgy if you want it to be more paint splattery or blood-like. Very versatile, very usable for so many things. I don't know what I'm thinking of what this reminds me of, but I need to put this in the memory bank to do a nail like this and maybe some gold accents. I don't know if it's like Sailor Moon or something, but this is making me think of something. So I want to do a broken kind of chocolate heart on this nail with its kind of like crackling everywhere. I'm thinking I'm just gonna make a solid heart out of the brown, and then I'm gonna hollow it out, and then I can cut it with the Dremel and make a couple extra bits maybe to throw around the nail to go with the vibe. But let's see how it goes. I think this should be cute. If you are doing built-in French tips or you're working with the clay gel, get an X-Acto knife, girl. Okay, we're on. Remember how hard it was to get the last one off that I accidentally cut myself? Oh yeah, I forgot. I took that out. I'm just gonna cut underneath it because, as we remember from the Winnie the Pooh video, it doesn't cure all the way through. So kind of helpful in this situation. I'm just gonna kind of like dig out the inner parts and use this flaw to my actual advantage. So I've seen people encapsulate paper before, so I'm gonna kind of try doing that. I'm gonna just top coat it and cure it right away. I'm thinking the theme for the whole setup for this girl is that, like, what's it called? Partner broke up with her on Valentine's Day, so she's going on a rampage. Okay, and then I think I want to go around the chocolates. Now that I'm thinking about it, I want to go around the chocolates and do glossy no wipe top coat on, and then on the chocolates I'm just going to go over with a matte just for a little bit of extra protection, and then I'm going to stick this little note on top. Okay, so I'm going to take this And I'm gonna kind of smear some red, like something that's been dragging. And then I think I'm gonna do intestines and caution tape. So I'm just dipping the spoon in red. I have to make sure I take the hairs out. Then just kind of like, can you see anything? Okay, I think it's kind of giving an effect. It's giving something, so I'm trying to make it like, dragging intestines around and stuff, so let's see. I have no idea what that looked like, but I have some feeling it'll look like something like this maybe. So I'm gonna cure it and look up what intestines look like. All right, does pink nude mean beige? Yes, okay, this is kind of skin color. This is kind of something that we want. I'm going in for some skin kind of color. I'm gonna take some of this pinky kind of color. Either might get more red or more pink color, but we'll be back. The important thing about making organs, and I'm hoping I'm not sounding psychotic right now, is unlike when I mix different colors and I want it to be one full solid color, I'm making sure that it's kind of marbled to give it kind of a realistic effect. Loki looks a little disgusting, but I think that's the vibe, that's the goal. Might put a little bit of red jelly on it so that looks like it's a little bloody maybe. I even think the nail looks cool, just the intestines, so I think we just may rock with that. And then hindsight 2020, if I was thinking earlier, I would have probably did matte base coat first and then put the intestines on. It would have been a little easier, but I'm just gonna go in with the matte and then do matte everywhere else. And then I'll put the red kind of splotchy on it as well, and then we'll do the gloss top coat on the intestine after, so that'll be nice and protected. Now I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the jelly red and give that a little extra something some. And then we'll go in with just the gloss and go on the intestines. So you can already guess what's going down with the matte top coat already applied, and we're wiping. We're doing some chrome isolation, so I'm going to do a chalk outline, but in a nice, cute, dusty pink. I'll put on fast motion for this because I feel like this will take a little second. My man here is like totally a twig apparently, but after the whole outline, he starts looking kind of more realistic. And now I'm implementing my caution tape idea here. I was trying out this cute little stomp I got on Temu for the chrome application, and apparently it's not a great idea without the chrome bonder, but everything's still wiped off fine, and now I am writing the caution on the caution tape. I'm gonna go on slow speed for this one because this one would be a cool one to show you guys if I kind of understand what the hell I'm doing here. My hypothesis is that I use builder gel and then we'll do a coat of polish on top of it to kind of make it look like it's something pressing against a sheet or whatever. And we can mix builder gel like we did before to help kind of let us see what we're doing. Because like it's gonna get covered with a coat of polish anyway, so that's fine. And especially if you're doing fine little details, sometimes it's nicer to add a little bit of pigment so you can see what you're doing. can see the forehead kind of sticks out a little bit more. So does the nose, where slightly goes back. So like doing a mermaid nail or whatever with those like textures, the same kind of vibe that we're going to be doing here. But just slightly different, obviously. So when applying the builder gel, we want to make sure that the peaks are at the peaks and the lower areas are on a nice slow decline, no jagged or wavy edges. It all has to be purposeful so it looks realistic. The reason I am tilting it is so that I can see that my mounds are mounding, and even if I cure, I'm not afraid to put a little bit more product on, and then I'm also not afraid to wipe off a little to make everything look smoother. And now we're on to the hands, which I feel like they're kind of easier, to be honest. We know how many digits are on a finger. I don't even think we're doing the right amount of digits in the finger. We're doing, I think, 2 digits and like just the knuckle area, so very easy going. I'm now covering it with the polish and with the matte top coat so that you can really see it pop. There we are, guys, the grand finale. Very creepy but also super cute. I'm so excited to get some photos taken of these bad boys on one of these beautiful ladies. So there we have it, guys. It's been a long day, but I think it was well worth the work and the effort. I gotta figure out how people price press-ons anyway, but this one's just gonna be for photo shoot purposes because I didn't actually etch the press-on because I was just messing around, so it's not going to be good for longevity, but it'll be definitely good for a shoot and maybe a couple more wears after that for the model. Video-wise, I think I need to pay a little bit more attention maybe when I'm when I'm concentrating on the nail art, but I still have to make sure I'm remembering to concentrate on the video because I've realized that there's sometimes I didn't click record when I'm just going into it and getting in there, getting dirty with it. But you know, learning curves, and just have to like give myself maybe some reminders. I know there's been already so many improvements of how I do my lighting and like how I'm editing videos, so every day is just a new day to improve. Well, and then also in that case, like if you enjoyed, comment if you have any ideas for future press-on sets, and then subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you guys for hanging out and joining me on this little journey. Okay, have a great day, guys. Bye.